This is the first Stuart video. As you can see, the Stuarts are probably one of the most complicated eras throughout British and Scottish history. How we became a republic and then became a monarchy again. How Guy Fawkes was captured trying to blow James I up. How all of them came to sticky ends. And how much improvement it did to England and Scotland. And two most fascinating facts probably in history that happened in 1707. Watched the entire series to find out about it. Well, first, James I and VI. James took the age of Scotland aged 13 months in the 1560s. And took the English throne in 1603 on the death of Elizabeth I. James was 58 when he died from a disease in 1625. In the Elizabethan era and the Tudor era, Walter Raleigh was a hero. He was supposed to have introduced tobacco. Some people say he did, and some people say he didn't. However, James wrote a book about tobacco and how it is bad for you. But of course no one listened to him. Snotty Scot. So in 1603, he came to the throne. James had Walter's head lobbed off. Or did he? Just as the axe was about to hit Walter's head, James called it off as a little joke. However, in 1618, James also had his execution warranty signed again. But this time, the axe hit the ground and Walter Raleigh was dead. James's disgusting habits include picking his nose, licking his finger before shaking hands with somebody. So in his death in 1625, some people who shook his hand were glad to see the end of him. Liz I had James's mother killed. James's mother was Liz's cousin, Mary Queen of Scots. However, it was not this Mary here, as in Mary and William, or Mary Queen of Scots' cousin, Mary I, Bloody Mary. However, this is a channel about, well, Stuarts, not Judas. Mary Queen of Scots was forced to abdicate And James the First and Sixth, well, James Sixth, took the throne. Now, James was a double chin and was used to a rich life, however was not fat. There is a thread of connection between William the Conqueror and the Stuart family. Only that much. However, they're still the closest relatives that he has got. Next time, we will be looking into the climax of the English Civil War and Charles the First. Anyhow, James started off unpopular with the English, but then a bloke named Robert Catesby, I think that's right, tried to blow him up. He led 12 other men, and including Guy Fawkes, with the plot, who were in with the plot. 13 men, but they're unlucky. Nah. Guy Fawkes here is his portrait, probably the only one left to this day. He was born in 1527 and died in 1606. Under the orders of this bloke. So, he, unfortunately, went and dropped dead. And then, James's son, Charles I, never expected to become king. There was one person who had a better excuse to take the English throne, and that was his brother, Henry. Henry caught a disease, and the Stuarts was pigeons pecking at his feet. One cut it and died from the infection. So this is pretty much James the First and Sixth. Just Guy Fawkes. This is him here. Guy Fawkes. Poor bloke. And it was all Robert Catesby's fault. James started off as a beautiful young prince, but then let's get serious a bit. He became ugly. That's pretty much all the facts I know about him so far. You've heard the story of Forterale and Guy Fawkes. Oh, James I was a detective. Sherlock James was the was a really good detective, and Guy Fawkes was had to go into the poor Guy Fawkes had to go into James's bedroom. Dun dun dun. Yes. James was a judge. James the judge. Guilty. And that is that. So it's goodbye from me and goodbye from the King of all England.